On June 22, 1941, the army of Nazi Germany invaded the Soviet Union in an ambush, without declaring war. The Great Patriotic War of the Soviet people began, that is, the war of liberation of the motherland from foreign invaders. In the process of attracting the Soviet military to the territory where hostilities began, as it was located in accordance with the peacetime plan, the enemy conquered 5% of the population of the state in the first 5 months of the war. Germany concentrated all its armed forces against the USSR by 70% minus 190 divisions, 4,300 tanks, 5,000 aircraft, numbering 5.5 million people. Compared to the forces of the Red Army in the western border districts, the German military dominated the human resource twice, 3 times the tank, 3 times the aircraft, and 1.3 times the artillery. Despite this, the border guards, among them the defenders of Brest, showed unparalleled heroism even in the first battle. As part of the soldiers of the Brest Border Detachment, A. Musripov, V. Lobanov, K. Abdurkmanov, K. Monkolov, A. Naganov, G. Skumatov, S. H. Sholtarov, D. D. Revyanko, K. Batalov and other Kazakh soldiers resisted the first blow of the enemy and distinguished themselves with great courage. Kazakhstan participated in the Great Patriotic War as part of a single country. According to the 1939 census, the population of Kazakhstan was 6.2 million people. 1,196,164 Kazakhstanis joined the ranks of the fighting army during the war. During the war, the Republic sent 12 rifle divisions, 4 national cavalry divisions, 7 rifle brigades, including 2 national rifle brigades to the front. In addition, about 50 regiments and battalions of various types of troops were formed in Kazakhstan. The military path of the Kazakh formations began in the terrible time near Moscow in 1941 and ended in the spring of 1945 in Berlin. They defended Leningrad, fought at Stalingrad, on the Kursk Bulge, liberated Ukraine, Belarus, Moldova, the Baltic states, liberated the peoples of Europe from the fascist yoke. Kazakhstanis fought heroically on all fronts. To date, a huge layer of information has been collected on the history of this war of various genres. Based on the analysis of archival and other materials, a 2-volume book Heroes of the Great Victory, Kazakhstanis was published in 2016 on the initiative of the New Otan Party. In the battle near Moscow, Panfilov Senior Lieutenant Bima Myashuli broke through the enemy's siege with his battalion 3 times. Bima Myashuli finished the war with the post of colonel, commander of the 9th Guards Rifle Division. The story of the famous Russian writer Aybek Volokholamskoshas was dedicated to the feat of Bima Myashuli during the war years. However, the feat of Bima Myashuli during the war years was not recognized in its rank, and only in 1990, with the direct intervention of the president of our country N.A. Nazarbayev, he was awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union. M. Gabdulin, who fought with the enemy as part of the division of I.V. Panfilov, was awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union in 1943. The soldiers led by M. Gabdulin took the village of Borodino from the enemy and heroically defended it for 7 hours. As a result of the battle, the Germans were forced to retreat. Kazakhstanis Tito Tarov, Ars Hangozin, R. Yelabayev and others showed great courage in the battles near Moscow. The 238th Kazakh Division, the 19th Rifle Brigade also took part in this battle. On December 19, 1942, in an air battle in the Bokhovskaya Ponomarevskaya area, Karganda pilot N. Abdirov heroically died along with his crew, directing his plane, which was burned by fire, to the concentration of enemy tanks. Kazakh pilots who came to liberate the Czechoslovak lands fought with the enemy in the units of the 2nd, 8th, 5th Air Army. For heroism in battles, S. A. Batankov and P. F. Seleznyakov will be awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union after the war. Pilots, T. Yadutbagaldinov, I. Pavlov, S. D. Lugansky and L. Ibida were awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union 2 times. Their ranks were visited 56 years late, and already on June 26, 1941, on the 5th day of the war, it was revealed that the legendary heroism belonged not to the feat of the crew of Captain Gastello, but to the crew of Captain A. Moslov, and B. in this crew. Bezekbayev was replenished in 1998, receiving the title of Hero of Russia. The Kazakh girls also bore the burden of the war in the same way as men. From the first days of the war, there were many Kazakh girls who asked for war and wrote letters to military commissariats. For example, the number of beauties who applied to the military commissariat of Karaganda with a request for war exceeded 10,000 people. In the first days of the war in CMA, 3,000 applications were received. Only in the Frunze district of Almaty, 112 applications were received. Many of the women and girls who went to the front served in medical hospitals and hospitals. Kazakh beauties visited various military formations and showed an example of valor. Kazakh stars Aliya and Manshuk, who took up arms and went to the front, demonstrated the glory of Kazakhstan to the world. Having mastered the aviation industry, the Kazakh girl H. Dospanova took to the air more than 300 times as an aviation navigator as part of the women's aviation led by hero of the Soviet Union Meyrambekuly. As an integral part of the Soviet Union, Kazakhstanis showed great heroism in the battle with the enemy and contributed to bringing Victory Day closer. The fact that 520 Kazakhstanis, including more than 100 Kazakhs, were awarded the title of Hero of the Soviet Union for heroism at the front shows that the Kazakh nation has stepped forward in defense of their common homeland.